It's just the start of the Big 12 and Power 5 talk to come. Listen to JJ and Alex Monday on your drive home. Afternoons from 3 to 6 on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
All right, welcome back. It is 1st and 12. Alex, Kirry, Mitch, Harper, final segment of the day. Man, when these rankings come out with the AP, I'm going to be right there trying to figure out what's going on. College football is wild this year, and the Big 12 is chief among them of the wild games, and it's a fun one to be able to break down every week. It's all brought to you by the folks at Macy's Grocery Store. Happy shopping. Mitch, Harper, Alex, Kirry. All right, Mitch, let's jump in here. What's next for the conference of the Big 12? I'm going to be honest. This isn't your most exciting schedule,
No.
and especially for us locals, because BYU and Utah both on a bye week. Kansas State also hits the bye week. Cincinnati hits the bye, and then Coach Prime and his guys also taking a nap this week. So BYU, Utah, Kansas State, Cincinnati, and Colorado, none of them in action. And, of course, that means that the rest of the conference has some stuff going on, and it's going to be hard to convince, I think, even the most ardent of Big 12 fans to care about this weekend.
It's a light week, and it's one of those weeks where you go, I'm impressed that ESPN and Fox are paying $2 billion to get these games, and it's a wonderful thing. Friday night, Houston goes on the road to Cowtown.
Wow.
They take on the TCU Horned Frogs. You like that? You like the old Cowtown?
Hey, I'm surprised you even knew it was called Cowtown. Good for you. It's where the stockyards are. Hey, listen, Houston, looking to score some points this week. That might be a nice little bridge to cross for the Cougars, who are trying to figure their lives out. When does BYU play Houston the final week of the season?
Yes, November 30th. And Houston, in their 4 losses, 19 points in their 4 losses this year. The rebuild is steeper and more challenging and daunting than we thought.
And
with
yet,
Willie
you know what?
Fritz in year 1.
With how these Big 12 power rankings go, they might be number 2 in about 3 weeks. Who knows? We never know in this conference.
Maybe. Baylor goes on the road at Iowa State. Now this, Iowa State, it's decent because Iowa State, I want to see them, dominate for a full 60 minutes. We've got them up high in the power rankings. Baylor, how much fight do they have? But Iowa State, let's see them have a complete 60 minutes. And, take care of business against Baylor.
Speaking of teams who score a lot of points recently, Texas Tech is on an absolute tear when it comes to scoring points. They go to Arizona. I want to see what kind of a week that the Wildcats put together. Yeah, that's a sneaky good one. Probably the best one of the week this week in the conference. So Texas Tech goes to Arizona. West Virginia goes to Oklahoma State. If you're Coach Mike Gundy, you better figure some stuff out here, because West Virginia is going to come in there. Neil Brown could embarrass you. It is in Stillwater, but wouldn't it be so Oklahoma State to win that game 48-5? I mean, honestly, that's the type of I know the 5 is a weird number, but I'm just telling you, that's the kind of thing that happens down in Stillwater. UCF goes to Gainesville, and I'm just going to say right now, beats the Florida Gators at the Swamp. Florida and Florida State are by far the 3rd and 4th best programs in the state of Florida, and that's almost insulting to USF. But UCF is probably right there behind Miami. I think that they rebound after that loss this week, and they beat Florida.
The tough loss against UCF, against Colorado this weekend, that was a backbreaker for this group. That was heartbreaking, but all that can be forgotten if you win in the Swamp, because this is the game that UCF folks have been circling, because Florida's always looked down at UCF, and now you get a chance to go into the Swamp and just stomp them.
Yep. Absolutely. Kansas goes to Arizona State. That's an interesting one as well, because the Jayhawks could go out of there. Kenny Dillingham, what does he have to lose? At this point, so far you've had a successful season. Kansas is fighting for their dang lives, but they go to Tempe. What can they do against that ASU team who was on a bye this week? And maybe just prepping, licking their chops, getting ready to beat Kansas. If Kansas goes 1-5, holy cow! Get the 5-layer burritos ready. All right,
which he paid up, by the way.
I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it.
I was dying of laughter in the McLean Stadium press box.
This is a family program. All right. Another week in the books. Our producer is Eric Cabrera. He does a phenomenal job. Eric Cabrera, every week right here with us. You never get to hear from him, but you know what? We do, and we really enjoy it. And we love being able to work with Eric every week. So for Mitch Harper, I'm Alex Kirry. It's all brought to you by the folks at Macy's Grocery Store. Happy shopping, everybody. We'll be back again for another edition of First and 12 next week right here on KSL News Radio and the KSL Sports Zone.